It's late September, porch light flickers low. I hear your name carried where the cold winds blow. Every barroom song plays our line again. My worn out boots tap to a lonesome refrain. That rusty old fiddle cries, spelling out your name like a tattoo I can't wash, etched deep in the pain. Thought moving on was simple, thought nights would turn to dawn, but your voice cuts through the silence, breaking me in two, and your name's in every song, pouring like rain. Even if it hurts, I can't hide the pain. Songs on the radio, strangers sing along, carrying the weight of you in every song. Flickering neon signs spell of stories told of a love so wild, now just feeling cold. The jukebox knows the nights I've spent alone, playing memories that won't leave me whole. I tried to change the channel, tried to let you go, but like a worn out verse, you keep stealing the show. And your name's in every song, pouring like rain. Even if it hurts, I can't hide the pain. Songs on the radio, strangers sing along, carrying the weight of you in every song. Like ink stains on my heartstrings, it's hard to pull away. This melody keeps holding on, even when I pray. Your name's in every song, pouring like rain. Even if it hurts, I can't hide the pain. Songs on the radio, strangers sing along, carrying the weight of you in every song. So I'll keep walking down these roads of memory, with your name in every song, haunting me. A worn out map on the table, lines folded tight, old porch light flickering, painting soft gold in the night. He left in the springtime, heart full of restless dreams, chased passing freight trains, chasing far off sunbeams. But every town he wandered, through every dusty street, there was one question burning: where do two hearts still meet? Through the miles and the memories, something deeper still calls, a place beyond the highways where every lost traveler She's tending garden roses where the creek bends low. The letters in her drawer from a time long ago. Every bloom a story, every root digs deep. She believes in the kind of love that's a promise to keep. No matter where the road leads or how far the night falls, there's a home that awaits where the heart softly calls. If you're holding on to something that the world can't take away, where the fields stay green and the sky's never gray, there's a place between heartbeats in the quiet and the hush. That's where love keeps living, where the dust does not rush. So hold on to the sunrise and the laughter in the rain, in the stories written when you call each other's name. No matter if the world's changed or time has slipped through hands, there's a place that stays steady where love still stands. If you're holding on to something that the world can't take away, where the fields stay green and the sky's never gray, there's a place between heartbeats in the quiet and the hush. That's where love keeps living, where the dust does not rush. In the silence of the evening, where dreams softly roam, find your way back to the place where the heart finds home. The room's still spinning slow, a silent fight. Words unsaid hang heavy in the fading light. Between the curtains and this empty space, we're caught midway, nowhere to place. I watched your eyes as you turned around, carrying the weight of every lost sound. The clock ticks loud against the quiet wall, neither ready for goodbye, neither ready to fall. And hope still beats, though it's bruised and loud, a restless heart that can't settle down. In between the final words and forever's vow, we stand unsure if we still know how. This loud quiet keeps us holding on, right between the night fade into dawn, where goodbyes meet forever's door. We're standing still, wanting more. Your laughter lingers soft against my skin, a melody that plays where we've been. Hope's not quiet, it shouts in our veins, pulling us back from the edge of pain. It's tangled roots in restless ground, the loudest silence that we've the sound in this space where we're spellbound. Hope's not just a dream we chase, it's the fire written on your face. This loud, quiet keeps us holding on, right between the night fading to dawn. The night hung quiet over our small town. Street lamps flickered like they knew what we'd found. Coffee cold on the porch, but your laugh was warm. We didn't need the stars, just that worn down storm. You kicked the gravel boots, tapping soft and slow. The radio played that old song from long ago. Hands folded over mugs, steaming in the chill. Said maybe tonight we forget the world until every word was a step, every glance a new way, like we were writing a story we'd never walk away. At our table by the firelight, where the night stretched wide, we chose each other. No need to run or hide, no promises written, just the quiet truth. In that moment, it was me and you. The porch swing creaked as you leaned in close, telling tales about your dreams and those you chose. The wind carried laughter from the barn down the lane, and something gentle settled without a claim. Time slowed its racing, took a breath, let it rest. We found comfort not in words, but in feeling blessed. At our table by the firelight, where the night stretched wide, we chose each other. No need to run or hide, no promises written, just the quiet truth. In that moment, it was me and you. No grand gestures, no loud applause, just two hearts learning their own cause. In the hum of that small town night's air, we built something honest, something rare. At our table by the firelight, where the night stretched wide, we chose each other. No need to run or hide, it didn't rush our goodbye, 'cause the night we stayed, we chose to try. The kitchen light's still warm, but you're not around. Coffee's gone cold on this old wooden ground. We used to dance by the fire glow, laughing till the morning stole our breath slow. Now silent dinners fill the space where your smile used to trace my face. Every love that we don't share builds a wall too tall to bear. What love cost us when the silence screams more than words broke between our dreams. Hearts pay the toll in quiet despair. When words die out, love's left bare. Those letters tucked away in the drawer tell stories of a time we swore that nothing could ever pull us apart. But silence's weight crushed the start. No shout can heal what time won't say. The moments lost slip away. What love cost us when the silence screams more than words broke between our dreams. Hearts pay the toll in quiet despair. When words die out, love's left bare. If only tears could carve away back to the words we couldn't say. But empty rooms and broken trust hold the cost where silence must. What love cost us when the silence screams more than words broke between our dreams. Hearts pay the toll in quiet despair. When words die out, love's left bare. The kitchen light flickers, a final scene in the quiet house of what might have been. The first time I saw you under wide open skies, heart pounding loud like thunder rolling deep inside. I wasn't sure if I could stand the risk, falling slow, feeling something I never miss. Your smile lit up that old cedar tree like a secret carved in memory. But every step, every glance I took made me write a story in a quiet book. Loving you was the bravest thing I tried, like walking through the storm but keeping my eyes wide. Not a moment I trade, no, not one line. Carving courage from the days when you were mine. like walking through the storm, but keeping my eyes wide. Not a moment I'd trade, no, not one line. Carving courage from the days when you were mine. So here's to love that's true and wild, the fiercest heart, the wonder of a child. Loving you, I'd do it all again, the bravest thing my heart's refrain. Under the pale kitchen light, we sat with tired eyes, coffee cold before us, and a house full of silent sighs. The summer rain just started, tapping heavy on the tin. We'd been walking on a wire, cursed by storms we couldn't win. Looked across the table, said, could we really make it through? Mountains high, roads so rough, skies never clear and blue. I reached for your weathered hands, hands that once felt like home, but now they trembled caution, fearing we'd soon be alone. I whispered, remember that night by the fire's last glow? We swore that no matter what, we'd never let go. When the storm nearly won and the thunder rolled deep, we held on like stubborn roots through the nights we couldn't sleep. Almost lost to the dark, almost gave up the fight, but that day, heart to heart, we found our way back to the light. Dust on the windowsill, a calendar torn and frayed, days crawling like slow rivers, dreams feeling far and delayed. We traded off stories, pain laid bare on the floor, two souls on the edge, wondering what we live for. You said, maybe we're near the end, maybe the time has come, but I saw a spark in your eyes, like a distant morning sun. When the storm nearly won and the thunder rolled deep, we held on like stubborn roots through the nights we couldn't sleep. Almost lost to the dark, almost gave up the fight, but that day, heart to heart, we found our way back to the light. So here's to the battles, the tears we never showed, to the roads lined with doubt, where our love somehow still glowed. We're standing with scars, but our story goes on. When the storm nearly won, we held on strong. When the storm nearly like stubborn roots through the nights we couldn't sleep. Almost lost to the dark, almost gave up the fight, but that day, heart to heart, we found our way back to the light. Now the rain's just a memory, and the sun breaks through again. When the storm nearly won, love pulled us back in. The sunset's painting our worn-out field in gold. Your hand finds mine, the warmth I've never known. We stood on the edge with no map, no guide, just two restless souls with nowhere left to hide. Back when the world said we wouldn't last, we learned to build from pieces of our past. Your life a fire on cold river nights. Loving you was like learning to fight. Every step we took, every road we chose, taught me that love sometimes aches before it grows. I'm still standing here, no need for pretending, because loving you was the bravest thing, no ending. We rode the storms, crossed the lines, with hearts wide open, undefined. The world kept turning, but we held on tight. Loving you was the brave in the night, where we found forever beneath the open sky. Side by side, we learned to fly. The small town lights never felt so bright when you leaned in close on those quiet nights. We made a home from broken glass and dreams, built by laughter and midnight schemes. Every tear and smile, every twist and bend, carved out a story that no one can end. I'm still standing here, no need for pretending, because loving you was the bravest thing worth defending. We rode the storms, crossed the line, with hearts wide open, undefined. The world kept turning, but we held on tight. Loving you was the brave in the night, where we found forever beneath the open sky. Side by side, we learned to fly. No map marked the route, no guide held our hand, just the courage to trust where we stand. Through winding roads and thunder's rain, in loving you I found my strength again. We rode the storms, crossed the lines, with hearts wide open, undefined. The world kept turning, but we held on tight. Loving you was the brave in the night, where we found forever beneath the open sky. Side by side, we learned to fly. The sunset fades, but your hand's still warm. Loving you was the bravest storm. The night's cold, the porch lights flickering low. You sit next to me, but it's all quiet just so. We've been down this road, worn out and tight, holding on, hanging by a thread tonight. Clock ticks loud in this worn-out room. Pictures on the wall caught somewhere between bloom and gloom. Your eyes tell a story, mine can't lie. Two hearts bruised, wondering if we should try. Every tear has a weight, every silence a sound. We're dancing on edges, almost gone to ground. But something pulls us back from the line, a fragile promise in the fading shine. We almost gave up, just one breath away from letting go. Untouched, letters half-written, words we never clutched. Beneath the cracks and the long worn miles, there's still a spark in hesitant smiles. Every moment's a battle, every glance a fight. Two stubborn souls searching for light. choose to ride the tide. We almost gave up, just one breath away from letting go on that cold, restless day. But here we are, still holding tight, hanging by a thread, trying to make it right. The night's still cold, but the porch light's burning bright. Two souls still tangled in the soft morning light. We're fragile, we're worn, but we're still in the fight, hanging by a thread on this long tangled night. Empty pockets, hands held tight. In this worn out house, we find our light. Bills on the table, but love won't fade. We broke but stay. Memories are made. The roof may leak, the paint might peel, but laughter echoes from our windowsill. Coffee cups chip, but mornings warm. We weather storms in our own form. Neighbors drive by in their fancy cars. We've got less but more in our hearts. No brand new clothes, just tattered lace, but still we smile in this small space. We're broke, but we're here, where the love won't hide. In this old place, with you by my side. No gold or silver, just two worn hands, still building dreams on this busted land. Remember nights under creaky beams, working two jobs, chasing faded dreams. The porch light flickers, but it's never cold. Your hand and mine worth more than gold. The world moves fast with its glitter and gleam, but we hold tight to our simple dream. No mansion tall, no endless space, just us right here in this humble place. We're broke, but we're here, where the love won't hide. In this old place, with you by my side. No gold or silver, just two worn hands, still building dreams on this busted land. Maybe someday the storms will clear. Maybe someday new roads appear. But until then, under these beams, we'll keep living inside our dreams. We're broke, but we're here, where the love won't hide. In this old place, with you by my side. No gold or silver, just two worn hands, still building dreams on this busted land. The morning breaks through the kitchen window. Coffee's brewing, sunlight paints the floor. 2 cups, 2 eyes, same breath, slow and steady. Learning how to live with something more. You showed up with worn out boots and a tired smile. Said you've been chasing a feeling for a while. I was standing in my quiet little town. You said, let me in, don't let this chance drown. No promises made and lightning strikes. Just 2 hearts finding room to breathe tonight. It's the space between the words we don't say, the gentle touch that reminds me you'll stay. With every step on this dusty road we're on, love's learning how to breathe, it's growing strong. We talk about dreams under wide open skies, trading stories, laughter, and quiet sighs. The city fades, your hand finds mine with ease. In this shared rhythm, we find breathing peace. No rush to race the setting sun. Just 2 souls blending, growing as one. It's the space between the words we don't say, the gentle touch that reminds me you'll stay. With every step on this dusty road we're on, love's learning how to breathe, it's growing strong. And when the nights get colder, we pull close, no need for cover. In every quiet moment, I find you near, learning to breathe with nothing to fear. It's the space between the words we don't say, the gentle touch that reminds me you'll stay. With every step on this dusty road we're on, love's learning how to breathe, it's growing strong. 2 nights, getting rhythm, side by side. Breathing room where love can't The porch light flickers as the night turns cold. Empty chairs rocking in the stories untold. Stars hang low on this restless sky. We sit apart, neither asking why. You pour the coffee, I stare at the wall. Old photographs curled and starting to fall. No raised voice just loaded air, words we can't find, hanging everywhere. Silence isn't peace, it's a clenched fist tight, waiting for the storm, hidden out of sight. We were never easy, never smooth and clean, like a river rough and wild, running in between every quiet moments, a scream beneath the skin. Battles lost and won where no one else steps in. The clock keeps ticking, but time stands still. 1,000 small wounds no one will heal. Words left unspoken pile like autumn leaves. With every sigh, another thread we unweave. This kind of silence burns, it doesn't bend. Fights that start and stop never really end. We were never easy, never calm or clear, like lightning in a bottle, close but nowhere near. The quiet screams louder than a storm outside. Hold on to the line where our truths collide. Maybe someday we'll talk it out, find pieces buried beneath the doubt. Until then, in the space between, we live the hardest parts unseen. We were never easy, never smooth and clean, like a river rough and wild, running in between every quiet moments, a scream beneath the skin. Battles lost and won where no one else steps in. So here we are, apart but near, living with the silence too loud to hear. The sun dipped low on the ridge above town. People rushed home as the lights settled down. You and me, just a cooler and 2 chairs, found a patch of grass in that old rocking stair. We talked about dreams and the roads we'd take. Your hand found mine for old time's sake. Crickets started their simple, steady song beneath those stars where we both belong. No rush, no plans, just a midnight air, safe from the noise and the city's glare. Under one white canvas, we shared the night, 2 stories blending in the fading light. No need for words. moments stretch like the river bends. Time paused itself just to be our friend. No rush, no plans, just the midnight air, safe from the noise and the city's glare. Under one white canvas, we shared the night, two stories blending in the fading light. No need for words, just the quiet sky. That night we stayed where the stars felt nigh. And when dawn lifted its golden veil, we still held tight like the sturdy rails. Promises whispered in the morning glow, places we'll go, and the love we know. Under one white canvas, we share the night, two stories blending in the fading light. No need for words, just a quiet sky. That night we stayed where the stars fell nigh. That night, under one white canvas, we stayed in the gentle vastness. The night we found the sky fell apart, I held your hand, kept you close to heart. Lightning cracked across the old blue flame. Our small town streets would never be the same. You looked at me with eyes so bold. In a world undone, our story told. The wind was howling, the cold came fast, but with you here I knew this storm would pass. Loving you was the bravest troubled times. Loving you was the bravest thing to do when the world shifted under our view. Through thunder's roar, we chose to stay, finding hope in the fray when everything changed and skies turned gray. Loving you was my bravest way. I remember that evening, the sun melting slow, your hand in mine where the soft wind blows, dust on our boots, the path not so clear, but something about the way you look drew me near. Chasing summer's long tail, found a back road where the wildflowers hail, carried our dreams in an old pickup bed, every mile closer, every word you said. But roads have their bends and hearts can bruise. Not every turn is ours to choose. When roads collide and we take the fall, what love costs is written on these walls. The quiet fights, the tears we hide, still we stand strong with every tide. Yeah, when roads collide, we find our way, learning to live with what love made us pay. Midnight talks by the fire's low gleam, trading secrets like they're river dreams. You wore your stubborn like a worn out coat, but your smile was the light I'd always wanna hold. And hearts keep knocking on worn out doors. Sometimes love bruises down to the core. When roads collide and we take the fall, what love costs is written on these walls. The quiet fights, the tears we hide, still we stand strong with every tide. Yeah, when roads collide, we find our way, learning to live with what love made us pay. There's no map for the ways we break, no guide for the choices we make, but hand in hand through every cost, it's the love and losses we find not lost. When roads collide and we take the fall, what love cost is written on these walls. The quiet fights, the tears we hide, still we stand strong with every tide. Yeah, when roads collide, we find our way, learning to live with what love made us pay. So here we are where the two roads met, holding on tight to this silhouette. Even when love asked the hardest cost, we chose each other, never lost. Underneath the old oak tree, the world just fades away. Hands wrapped tight like promises in the heat of an endless day. Sunlight painting gold on your hair, a soft lazy smile on your face. Time slows to a crawl, caught up in this quiet place. Birds sing their songs, but they feel like they're standing still. Every breath we take together, I never want to lose that thrill. No rush to move on, no need to chase the dawn. In your eyes I see the plans we've drawn. This is how we love while time stands still. Moments hanging in the air, magic we can feel. Heartbeats sing like a song, steady and real. Forever's in our hands, and how time stands still. Your laughter like a river, flowing free and wild, kicking up the dust on this old country mile. Every step a story, every glance a spark, carving out forever in the light and dark. Hold me close tonight in this silver light. The world's on pause and it feels just right. This is how we love while time stands still. Moments hanging in the air, magic we can feel. Heartbeats sing like a song, steady and real. Forever's in our hands, and how time stands still. No ticking clocks, no worries high or low, just you and me and this gentle flow. Locked in a moment, soft as summer rain, our love untouched by rush or strain. This is how we that wide, clear sky, where nothing moves too fast. In each other's arms, we find a love that lasts. The morning light breaks through the blinds, and I find you there, caught in my mind. We've got these cracks, worn walls between, moments lost in places unseen. Between the fights, the silent rooms, still your laugh cuts through the gloom. Every warm spot marks a story told. Not perfect, but it's ours to hold. I'm still choosing you, every crack and bend, through all the breaks. On you I depend, like sunlight sneaks in where the wood is thin. Through the gaps we find our way again. Your coffee cup chipped at the rim, the way you smile though days get dim. We patch the cracks with honest words, holding on though the world blurs. The spaces tell where we've been. Through every flaw, love's tucked within. I'm still choosing you, every crack and bend, through all the breaks. On you I depend, like sunlight sneaks in where the wood is thin. Through the gaps we find our way again. Maybe not perfect, never the best, but in these cracks I find my rest. No need for flawless, just real and true. I'm standing here, still choosing you. I'm still choosing you, every crack and bend, through all the breaks. On you I depend, like sunlight sneaks in where the wood is thin. Through the gaps we find our way again. Through every crack, through every scar, still here with you, just as we are. The city hums its restless tune, sirens fade into the blue. Coffee cups and worn-out boots, the morning paints a world anew. I've been walking through the static, every voice a raging sea. But in the chaos of the traffic, your steady light still guides me. Faded pictures on the dashboard from a time when dreams ran free. You're the calm within my storm, the only truth I see. All the noise tries to pull me under, all the doubt wants to steal my wonder. But your faith is like an anchor, holding me tight, stronger and stronger. Here I stand with steady hands, reaching through the endless noise, clinging close to what I trust. In this flood of shifting voices, through the doubt and all the fear, your love is my clear voice. I'm holding on to what gives my heart a choice. Late night talks beneath the porch light, secrets spill where shadows don't play. You remind me what is right when the world tries to lead astray. Dusty roads and open skies, every mile with you feels true. No matter how the wind may rise, I'm anchored here, anchored to you. All the noise tries to pull me under, all the doubt wants to steal my wonder. But your faith is like an anchor, holding me tight, stronger and stronger. Here I stand with steady hands, reaching through the endless noise, clinging close to what I trust. In this flood of shifting voices, through the doubt and all the fear, your love is my clear voice. I'm holding on to what gives my heart a choice. Maybe someday the noise will fade, but right now your light remains. A lonesome song that guides my way, keeping me grounded when I sway. Here I stand with steady hands, reaching through the endless noise, clinging close to what I trust. In this flood of shifting voices, through the doubt and all the fear, your love is my clear voice. I'm holding on to what gives my heart a choice. Steady hands, open heart, in the noise I won't depart. Holding on through thick and thin, because with you I always win. Sunlight breaks through the window pane. Coffee's warm, but there's pain in the rain. A quiet morning, not like before. Two hearts tangled, not what they were for. Remember that road down by Miller's Creek? You laughed like the world had no troubles to speak. But summer's changing, so did our tune. Tried to hold on, tried to stay near, fighting the silence that grew through the years. We were never easy under the same sky, like wild rivers that refuse to dry. The storms caught us off guard, left us in the rain, trying to find a path through the pain. That old porch swing rocked with dreams and sighs. Words fell heavy, truth met with goodbyes. Your hand in mine, a promise we broke, letters unread and things left unspoke. We walked those fields where the blue bonnets dance, caught between pride and a second chance. We were never easy under the same sky, like wild rivers that refuse to dry. The storms caught us off guard, left us in the rain, trying to find a path through the pain. Maybe some hearts aren't meant to align. Sometimes love's a messy, crooked line, but in every sunset soft and fading light, I'll remember us that one wild night. We were never easy under the same sky, like wild rivers that refuse to dry. The storms caught us off guard, left us in the rain, trying to find a path through the pain. Underneath that wide open blue, I still see pieces of me in you. Cruising down these worn-out highways, windows down, the wind's a friend. Your hand in mine, no need to say it. We know the roads that never end. Sunset stains our faded denim, dusty boots tap on the tailgate. Laughter spills like pouring cider. In the quiet, we find our state. No grand words between the lines, just your glance that holds me near. Stories told in gentle smiles, every mile makes us clear. This is how we love without saying goodbye. In the silent sands where pride coffee brewing. Your sleepy eyes say all I need. Maps of moments in our laughter, carved in time, our private creed. Speaking glances, words unspoke, hold me close through morning haze. Every heartbeat draws the circle around us in gentle ways. This is how we love without saying goodbye. In the silences where promises lie. Underneath these endless open skies, silent roads where no tears ever dry. No need for farewells on this highway, just the steady hum of wheels and time. In every step, in every mile, our love's a story without a line. This is how we love without saying goodbye. In the silences where promises lie. Underneath these endless open skies, silent roads where no tears ever dry. Cruising down these worn-out highways, with you I'm finally home tonight.